terms of the advice to the leaders out there. So what can they do now to make sure that their company is not making next headline in the next ransom attack? Yeah.
Well, the first thing I'd recommend for anyone at any company is look at the frameworks out there already. NIST publishes great frameworks by industry verticals that you can follow, which will give you a strategy and a plan of what you need to do as a business. Much of what I just mentioned, a lot of the cyber hygiene actions and activities need to be done, but you also have to formulate incident response, assuming you're going to get hacked. How do you operate? Do you have a backup system? Do you have the right people in place to handle the reputation management? Do you have other systems you can bring in and other tools to supplement your capabilities of responding? Can you separate your data, et cetera? So there's a lot of things businesses can do and should do, and I think the problem is that just haven't really put the right amount of focus and attention, priority to it. It's always been security. We'll push it off to the side. It's someone else's problem. It's the IT shops, but it's not. It's a C-suite issue nowadays, and everyone in every company is responsible for security because it's the number one threat to the commercial aspects and industry aspects of operations of a business, and not just businesses, also our critical infrastructure.
Yep, I'm glad you brought that point, Chuck, because security is everyone's business. It's not IT anymore. It's not the technical leader I have on my team and it's all his problems, right? So more and more we're learning that the issues is really in everyone's behavior, starting with leadership. So where do you see the gaps are still? Because it's quite a mindset, right? From delegating all the tasks to the IT guys to really taking leadership standing and investing in those patches and investing in those downtime and whatever it needs to be done, right? It's kind of a new focus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a new focus. I'm a little bit encouraged because I'm seeing where the Wall Street's putting its money and the IPOs recently, and it's in cybersecurity companies and technologies, tools, and that's good because if they recognize it, hopefully the businesses will follow it. I still think there's a set mindset that's very difficult in a lot of corporations that still don't recognize security and the issues, and they still think everything in terms of revenue and profit and will be taken away from marketing or sales or legal, accounting, instead of putting where it should be in security. Security is an integral aspect of your future as a business. So I'm hoping that's changing. I see some positivity, and I think we're getting lots of wake up calls, of course, with SolarWinds and Colonial Pipeline and meat packaging plants and water plants being attacked. So I mean, how much more can we wake up call do we need to realize that we're all vulnerable?
Exactly. How much more? Yeah. And yet, of course, changing mindset, it's the hardest transformation. So with that said, do you think boards of directors will have to be somewhat knowledgeable now? I mean, there's no way of delegating, right, this anymore. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say it's even. I think if you don't have a cybersecurity expertise on your board in any company in any industry right now, you're making a huge mistake because like I said, you could be out of business tomorrow. As a matter of fact, like 43% of small businesses that are hacked are out of business because they're hacked, because they can't recover their data, they can't operate, they lose the revenues, it gives costs, insurance, legal costs. So you really, you have to be prudent and be upfront on this and recognize that this is a board level issue, it's a C-suite level issue, and you cannot afford not to have that expertise around you.
Yes, I will add to that list reputation. Right? Company reputation. It's hard to repair it back, right? Once you kind of experience this sort of, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, reputation is everything in a digital market. People are going to go where they rely on. They want their personal information protected. They want to know someone that's going to deliver when they can deliver. And so, yeah, that's really true. And how much is reputation worth? It's worth almost everything, I think.